especially anyone buying or any product on Amazon, because you really can't touch and feel the product. So you should have the closest representation of your product via your images. So I think the quality that you use should be extremely, extremely important, and you should really give a lot of focus and attention to that. Whether you're at the beginner level or the intermediate or in power advanced level seller, really maximize your potential on the biggest global marketplace, which we're talking about, Amazon.
Everyone, welcome. Today I have a very special guest with me. Today I have Priyanka from Seller App with me, and today we are going to discuss a lot more about data. Priyanka, how are you doing?
Very well. And how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. So, a quick introduction. We met at the Ecom India Summit, and it was a crazy event. And then we decided to do a quick show to discuss about all the knowledge that Priyanka has, and also discuss about some recent changes about advertising so that you can get benefited from. So, Priyanka, before we start, who is Priyanka? Quick introduction about Priyanka and Seller App.
Quick introduction. Well, Priyanka has over about 11 years of experience, and out of that, primarily my background has been in financial services. So I've worked across geographies and led cross-functional diverse teams in Singapore, Dubai, and the US before finally moving back to my home country, India. I also led a company called Opal Advertising and Marketing, which was into traditional marketing earlier, but now, headed the digital marketing operations for that firm before I started as director of marketing and business partnerships with Seller App. So that's where I am here right now, doing a podcast with Sami Akhtar.
Wow, thank you so much. That was a great introduction. Now, we have seen your presentation on the Ecom Summit. That was great. You told a lot about data. And I think this would be the right question that I can pitch you right now. What are the recent updates that you have seen going with Amazon advertising, and what you really liked about it?
So there are a few, right? I mean, I think video ads in the Amazon sponsored display category, you can really reach audiences of Amazon and really engage shoppers with video creatives. Advertisers now can also get better engagement with their audiences, with the customers, with video creatives in their sponsored display campaigns. For example, like product, brand videos, tutorials, demos, unboxing, and of course testimonials. So I think anyone who's using the sponsored display category will be able to build a brand awareness, of course, for their brand and consideration of their products and brand on and off Amazon, which I think is pretty amazing. And also ads can be created with both contextual as well as audience targeting, and will link directly to your product detail pages to help audiences learn more about the product. I think another thing which was also discussed on the unboxing event, which happened recently in New York, I think Jeff also brought this up, the Amazon marketing stream, the beta version, of course, which is now available globally. It delivers Amazon ad campaigns, metrics, and information to advertisers or interrogators, AWS accounts via push-based model in now, of course, real time. So you can really subscribe to a campaign, data sets available on Amazon. And once you've subscribed to that, I think Amazon Marketing Stream will deliver hourly performance metrics, which I think is great for all the sellers to get all those data insights and really take some actions based of that, and really improve their, like targeting, expression, performance by placement and budget consumption messages in all of that in real time. So I think that's a really good one. It really will help you to optimize your campaigns more effectively, really respond to all of those campaign changes, because you're really getting all those updates on an hourly basis, as I said, and will also improve a lot of these operational efficiency for that. And I think now a good thing that I really like also is you can use Shutterstock images directly in Amazon ads for free, which is great. They're now providing Amazon ad advertisers with free and easy access to Shutterstock's library of over, I think,
Mhm.
I don't know, I think close to like 400
Yeah,
million,
huge.
390 million plus high quality images, which is, abundance of things that you can really create. Finding the perfect asset, I would say, is really easy with now advanced search capabilities that surface the most relevant of, content for your campaigns directly within the Amazon ad console. So for the creative guys, I think it's a great opportunity there, right there.
Yeah, I mean, the information you shared right now, I'll take some time to absorb those. I'll rewatch the recording as well.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, Yeah, first of all, with the launch of Amazon Marketing Cloud, I mean, the Amazon had a lot of measurement options previously that was available for vendor central account holders, like
Hmm.
seller API, then marketing stream. But right now, with the launch of AMC, what we see that it would
Yeah.
be a great cross measurement for all the platforms. We can easily track that if the traffic is coming from DSP, then they're clicking to our brand ads, then
Yeah.
exactly what are the customer journey. I think that is going to be a magic for us. But again,
Absolutely.
the things that you have shared with display ads, that would be more beneficial, because with DSP very less sellers have access to it because we need to spend a lot, obviously. But display ads, it is just what I'll say, a small version of DSP, but now they're
Hmm.
releasing a lot of functions to us, which is
Yeah.
going to be really great for sellers. So let's talk about, since we are already into PPC, Amazon advertising. So let's talk about something about PPC. Like, do you think PPC launches, or if I be specific, do you think only launches done by Amazon advertising or PPC is still worth it, or should we try external traffic as well?
I think you can, but the real question is whether you should. And I will say you shouldn't, because PPC is still just one piece of the puzzle. It's a very important piece of the puzzle, but it's just one aspect of the whole product launch equation, right? So there are other very
Yeah.
important aspects that you also need to consider before you even do your PPC campaign, and the other things like optimizing your listing, for instance, using good quality images, leveraging social media marketing. I mean, Amazon really uses the content, or the listing content, to really decide whether your product will be even ranking on those Amazon search pages. It should not only aim at providing the relevant information to the customer, but also hitting on the right Amazon SEO spots and strategies. I think that more and more people get access to, making your product more discoverable, desirable, I think would be a great opportunity to also showcase. So I mean, these things are all important prior to you taking care of your PPC campaign. Again, I think using good quality images, as product image plays such an important integral part, especially anyone buying or any product on Amazon, because you really can't touch and feel the product. So you should have the closest representation of your product via your images. So I think the quality that you use should be extremely, extremely important, and you should really give a lot of focus and attention to that. They're the only visual representation of your product while shopping online. I think, as you mentioned the e-com summit, I know I harped on this fact and I spoke about this a lot, that leveraging social media marketing, getting direct traffic to your Amazon product pages, creating brand awareness, using influencers, micro influencers, to really further boost your product sales. Amazon attribution, I think it's a great program that they have come up with for advertising, advertisers using those
Yeah.
non Amazon channels for their marketing activities. I think I would say, the attribution program can really help you understand these strategies leading to shopping activity, purchase behavior of consumers. It gives you the right data insights, for instance, like page view, adding to cart, and sales metrics, to really optimize your non-Amazon marketing channels. Then I think, again, affiliate marketing and Amazon affiliate program, again, I think one of the most effective ways to drive external traffic to your product listings on Amazon. And besides, I think sellers, the affiliate programs are really, provide a great
Yeah.
advantage to bloggers, influencers, online marketers, you name it, right? I mean, they have the power to influence, people, and of course influence their buying decisions, to buy products via the product links that they give out, and of course helping them make money as well in the interim. So all of those. And I think utilizing Instagram, Facebook, Google ads, you can never have enough of them. Instagram is a great platform to attract millions and millions of customers out there. You can really,
Yeah.
utilize. There's so many options that now Instagram is really coming up with, like feed, story, post, reels, of course, has been like really top of the town, and
Yeah.
everybody, whether they are a brand owner or seller or even otherwise, I think every Tom, Dick, and Harry is like on a reel nowadays and creating reels. So I think it's really great. Yeah, and then I think Google Ads. I think Facebook ad, Google Ads through social media sites. I think it's a great way to attract people and really get the traffic from through via those ads to your product listing on Amazon. So I think, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
100%. 100% I agree on what you said. First of all, conversion rate is obviously important to us.
mhm.
And when the listing is not optimized, we can't send traffic and that expect that the traffic will convert, right? So obviously I really love the same thing that you shared in the summit as well,
Yeah.
and you talked all about this data. That is why I thought to have you here and to
Thank
get
you.
all these things out from you. So I mean, we have seen how knowledgeable you are in terms of data. Let's talk about seller app for a bit. Like, how can sellers get benefit from it? How can I use it?
How can you use it? I mean, anybody can use it. So, firstly, it's a leading data analytics platform. It's an AI powered e commerce intelligence platform that really helps sellers of all genres, just confined to the US. Initially, yes, of course, the primary target market was the US and North America, US, and Amazon.com. But now we're everywhere: the US, UK, Canada, Australia, India, Germany, France, Japan, Southeast Asia, as well as the Middle East. So, whichever region you are, and even if you're looking to do like cross-border, selling and, creating a brand on different marketplaces, then you're able to utilize the platform because we do provide data on these different marketplaces. We are also actively now working with over 21,000 plus users. We are part of the Amazon Ad Advanced Partner Network, and we're also one of the most rated apps on the Amazon App Store. So our platform is typically really designed to holistically grow your business to the highest caliber with advanced tools. So, like I said, whether you're a beginner level, your pain points are going to be different. You're at an advanced power seller level, your pain points are going to be different. We cater to the whole spectrum, whether it's keyword research, product intelligence, and of course, advertising automation, managing your accounts with those right bidding strategies, customizing it. All of it is what we do under one roof here. So it's an all encompassing platform, Sammy.
Wow. Sure, I'll definitely add a link in the description. All the guys that are watching this video, you can go and check that out.
Yes.
And let's move to the next segment then. So, I mean, with all the changes happening with years over years in Amazon advertising, now I would tell supplement brand owners, they are accustomed with all this. They know how this is happening because they know exactly what their customer acquisition cost is, what their frequency
Right.
of buying is, what their LTV is, because otherwise they can't make profit in this game where they're
Yeah.
paying $8, $12 per click. But for the rest of the brands, it looks like they are a little bit dissatisfied with what is happening because the
Mhm.
ratio of PPC sale is to organic sales are decreasing over time, right? So, what will be your take on this?
I think that we should look at the ratio per se. Of course, any brand, would have an optimal balance of PPC sales versus organic sales, depending, of course, on which category that they belong to, ad budgets, what kind of campaigns they're running, and of course, competition. But however, I really suggest that we look at the whole picture. What your revenue goals are, what is it that you want to see, where is it that you want your brand to grow in the next 1 year, 3 years, and really break it down by like down by quarter and monthly basis, and really plan your advertising according to that. So that's what I would also say. And also, if the ratio of PPC sales versus of course organic sales keep decreasing, but your total and organic revenue is growing, it may not really be a problem when your market share is increasing because your market share of voice is also growing larger. So I don't see it as a con.
Yeah.
I mean, I would to look at it in totality and not just like one piece of it.
So, now, when we actually take any client for advertising, they either will have a problem with ACOS or they will have a problem with low sales. Sales are not increasing or they have a constant sale over time. Now, we generally understand and get a holistic overview of their account by getting your reports. First is a
Mhm.
spreadsheet of their whole campaign.
Of
Then
course.
we ask them to share the search term impression share report and the business report of the last 90 days, and that generally gives them an idea that what are the options available in terms of their keywords, how much impression share or market share they are taking, and how they're ranked, and how is the
Mhm.
conversion rate of their listing, which you
Mhm.
talked about a lot in. But what, because you are, I mean, you are really great in data, so you tell this questions answer really great. So, what are the reports do you think that seller miss out on? But those are really good reports that we should download from Amazon advertising.
Good question. I think, it's one of the first questions that I've been asked, and I think it's a very important question, Sammy. So, I think the advertised product report, which really provides the performance metrics for all advertised ASINs, that has received at least one impression. I think it's a very ignored sort of a report, but that will really give you good data points to make decisions based on that. You can really see all your ASINs and SQs that are being advertised. This really means that they've also won, the buy box. So you can see all of your, if you've actually won the buy box, they've probably gotten decent amount of impressions as well. Hence, they're also even featuring in that report, for instance. So I think it lays out all of those ASINs and SQs by campaign and the ad group. It's also essential on the other side of the keyword coin. I think it shows you which products are really actually getting impressions. Sorting ASINs to really identify your best performing products can be incredibly useful around the most busiest season of the e-commerce and so on. I think another one that I would talk about would be the purchased product report, which also like it provides the performance data for ASINs which were not targeted by you and but were purchased by customers after clicking your ad. So that also gives you a good data
Okay.
point of what the others are using, and you might want to maybe emulate or inculcate some of those things in your own product as well, whether it's in the keyword, whether it is an account level or an ASIN level, or at you can see these keywords are not really search terms, and the purchase product report will also show you which keyword has really attributed to the purchase of that product, which I think not many people really look into this report, and probably it's not so widely targeted as you mentioned as compared to the other reports which are available. And again, it will also help you get the data for which ad led to a purchase. So that also I would
Okay.
say is one of the a good metric to
Hmm.
gauge.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I was just writing down what you just said so that I don't miss out. Okay. Now, I would tell you one post I did on LinkedIn that received really good amount of hate. The post
Hey,
says like this. Yeah, the post says like this, that don't listen to the FBA gurus and agency owners that says optimize your listing based on mobile conversion only. Okay.
wow.
So I backed up with a few examples of one of two of our clients. So one client was doing $2.6 million yearly,
Hmm.
and another client was doing $1 million. Now the $4.6 million client, for him, I have showed two product listings in the business report where the mobile views and desktop views were completely same. The conversion was
Oh,
good.
okay.
And I also showed another client where there was a huge difference. Now the main conclusion I said in that post was, which was obviously at the bottom, and people had to read that out to judge me. So it said that always follow the data, don't just go around and listen to the FA gurus or agency owners. Just follow the
Okay.
data, whether your listing is converting in mobile, then optimize it for mobiles, because we need to create short title with keyword reach that will
Sure.
only show in mobiles. So that was a really good post, right? And it was really good performing post, though received a lot of hate because people didn't read till the bottom. But what I would ask you is, what would be your few tips on mobile optimized listing?
Hmm. First and foremost, Sammy, I that shouldn't have received, of course, hate, because I think nowadays where the world is going, we're constantly on the go. I think there are, if you talk about a lot of the, I've been from a financial background, so I remember that whenever I had clients, even when they were like on the go, constantly checking their stocks, and you have apps for everything on your mobile, so you can have like a full desktop
Yeah.
version of your trading activity in a brokerage account, but you also have apps for that. So I myself personally, I've always used to check my, even I've like bought and sold on an app, which people might think, oh my god, what are you doing, but it is so true. And especially where I have come from, in the US, and everybody would do that on an app. So it's
Yeah.
not something unheard of. I would say, consumers really use their mobile phones for everything, including, of course, shopping online. I mean, I just today morning I placed an order on Amazon using my mobile phone. So, from that standpoint, I think mobile optimization is really the process of adjusting, your Amazon listings for mobile devices to drive more impressions, clicks, and sales. Of course, you can do all sorts of things: title optimization, choosing the right image orientation, defining mobile friendly A plus content, bullet points, product video, all of that. So some of the tips, as you asked me, I would say that typically try to use your primary search phrase and benefit driven keyword in the first 80 characters of your title. I think that would be one, first and foremost. And I would also say use like a portrait orientation of your main image. I think that's what we do even now. I mean, you're clicking pictures,
Yeah.
portrait mode even says views portrait mode, because the image quality and everything, I think the ratio and quality, then the other things, and making a standard for image and text module a priority when designing A plus content. I think you should totally nail your brand story early in the product description. So mention the most important product benefits in the first 400 characters of your bullet points, and then also you want to supercharge your product video with like a clickbait kind of a thumbnail and action
Yeah.
frames and all of those kind of things. So I mean, that's everybody who's doing that, even creating YouTube content, they're all doing that, but there's no I don't know why. I don't see why people don't or do not do it on the mobile app as well. So they are very well. They should be doing it
Yeah, 100% makes sense.
just to garner that attention. They
Yeah,
should be.
exactly. Yeah, even like in videos, you should have the first 1 or 2 seconds with actionable, movable shots where it shows a
Hmm.
lot of actions been happening. Yeah, even I have seen a couple of examples. If I give you example of product listing of Philips, which is a really good
Hmm.
brand, they
Yeah,
do it very often. So they
on
uses the
mobile.
main
Okay.
image. Yeah, they use some of the computer uses square images, 1:1 ratio. And if you have
Right.
noticed, 1:1 ratio images takes less real estate in Amazon search result. Whereas
Hmm.
Philips uses tall images, maybe 1000 into
Yeah.
1500 or 1000 into 2000, where it takes relatively high amount of real estate in the search result. So I think those are few subtle changes that you can also do, and to get some more CTR click rate, and then it's obviously your listings duty to convert to sale,
Of
right?
course.
So I think we have discussed a lot. I've been taking notes, full of notes, okay, that I'll be using and sharing with my team members as well.
You just rewatch the
Now,
video, no?
maybe I'll rewatch the video again because I have to. It was valuable so much. So, Priyanka, do you have anything that you want to share to our audience?
I think we've covered pretty much it. I mean, if you have another question,
Yeah.
I'm happy to answer that for you. And then anything related to seller app or maybe otherwise also generically on Amazon, I'm happy to answer that for you.
Yeah, maybe we could do a lengthy podcast later on with, because the
Absolutely.
and we divide those topics that we discussed today and
Sure.
specifically talk on that, because I'm sure
Absolutely.
your vault of knowledge is full with data and we need to take that out as well. So let's we'll also bring you on another podcast where we'll be discussing in detail about each topics, especially
Mhm.
DSP, AMC, all those things, because you will be having really good knowledge on that. So, Priyanka, thank you so much for
Be a
joining us.
pleasure. Pleasure for
And
having me and hosting this.
yeah, and I'll add the link of Seller App in the description. Also, I'll add your LinkedIn profile link in the description so that people can check out and follow you. And once
Absolutely.
again, thank you so much for joining our show.
Thank you so much for having me, Sammy. It was a pleasure. Take care.
Okay, bye. Take care.
Bye-bye. Bye.